Good morning, welcome to yoga. This class is a level 2, so there'll be some options to maybe go a little deeper than the Tuesday class. But it's always options, so just always working at your own pace, what feels good in your body. Some days we have a lot of energy and other days we just want to come down and rest in Shavasana. So just make it your practice, what feels good for you. Let's just take a little moment just to get centered. So allow your eyes to gently close. As always, we tune first into the breath. And just noticing your breath, maybe for the first time today. As we move through our practice, we move mindfully, we breathe mindfully. Always approaching our practice with a curious mind. And now you've established a full, easy breath. Controlling the breath by breathing in this pattern. So on your next inhale, count the breath all the way up to a count of 6. And then hold at the top of the breath and count to 3. As you exhale, release the breath out to a count of 6. And then hold empty for 3. Inhale to 6. Hold for 3. Exhale for 6. And hold for 3. Repeating that pattern a few more times. Inhaling, 6. Holding for 3. Exhaling for 6. And hold for 3. Last round of this counting breath. The next time you exhale out to your count of 6, bring your breath back to its normal pattern. Just take a moment bringing your palms together in prayer position at your heart and softly bow your head. Always letting your practice meet you where you're at, so maybe take a moment just to set an intention for yourself today. And then we're going to lower our hands. We're going to make our way over onto our hands and knees. So once you're ready, hands down, knees under your hips, and then just starting to flow on the breath. So inhaling, lengthening your heart forward. Coming into your cow pose, and as you exhale, transitioning to cat. Flowing at the pace of your breath. As you exhale, you're rounding, pressing your spine up. As you inhale, dropping your belly, letting your shoulder blades fall down onto your back. Let's do this a couple more times, just waking up our spines. Just getting used to that movement on the breath. Nice, next time you come back at the exhale, you're going to lengthen out your spine. Tuck your toes underneath. Alright, and then we're going to inhale, reaching the left leg back behind you. So really press it out. As you exhale, cross the left leg over the right and just look over your right shoulder. Take some breaths. And then we're going to carry on that movement on the breath. So as you inhale, lift your leg, and as you exhale, draw your knee in towards your elbow. And then lift your knee as high as it'll go. You're going to bring it all the way back behind the right. So that's the pattern. Take a few more here, just waking up our hips with that movement, with the breath. Exhaling, squeezing in. Inhaling, lengthening all the way back out. Let's do one more time. This time we're going to bring the left leg out and then bring it off to the side. Press out through your heel. Walk your left hand over and bring your foot to the top of your mat. Alright, and then bend into your knee. So hands are on the inside of your left foot. And then we'll just press a little forward, press a little back, starting to open up the back of the left leg. So next time you come into the lunge, stay there. Keep your right hand on the mat, turn your left toes out and roll to the outside edge of the foot. And then you're going to kind of open up to the left side. Let your right hip drop down. Nice. Maybe reach your left arm back. Take a couple more breaths here. And then as you exhale, lower your hands back down. Walk your foot to the center of your mat and frame your foot with your hands. On your inhale, pick up your back leg. Take a breath here. And then we're going to walk our hands a little forward. Pick the right leg up behind us and bow your head towards the earth. Inhale here. As you exhale, tap the back of your left knee with your right knee. And then inhale, press it all the way back up. We're going to do that 2 more times. Squeeze everything in. Nice. Reach that leg back behind you. And then step the right foot down. Step the left foot back. Hold your downward facing dog. Take some breaths. Pressing the earth away through your hands and your feet. Maybe you can bend and straighten a little bit into both legs. So on your exhale, set your knees down. Take a breath. Toes are tucked. We're going to extend the right leg back behind us. And then moving on the breath. Exhale, cross the right leg over the left. Put back over your shoulder. Next inhale, we're going to pick the leg up. And then we're going to exhale, draw the knee to the elbow. Arc the knee up high, bring your foot back. And then just moving, slow breath. So we can slow the movement down. Opening up into the hips. Creating some movement. Warming ourselves up. Nice. Bring your leg back. And then we're going to bring the foot through. Press it away from us so toes point towards the top of our mat. And then sweep the foot forward. Alright, so our hands are going to come to the inside of the right foot. And then we're just going to walk ourselves a little forward and back. Forward and back. Letting everything open up. Alright. Next time you come forward, left hand stays on the mat. Roll to the outside edge of the right foot. Let your left hip roll down towards the mat, twisting open to the right. And then maybe reach the right arm back. All right. Exhale, lower your hand back down. Walk your foot to the center of your mat. Frame your foot with your hands. Tuck your back toes. Inhale, lift the back leg. Walk your hands a little forward and slide your back toes in. Lift your leg high, standing splits. Inhale here. Exhale, bending into your right knee. Inhale, press it back up. 2 more little squats, just like that, nice and slow. Lift the leg up high. This time, instead of stepping it back, we're going to bring the left foot down to meet the right. Bring your heels a little bit apart. Let your big toes touch. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, fold. Bend into your knees. Inhale, come to Utkatasana. So, tailbone presses back. Bring your weight into your heels. Maybe lift all 10 toes up off your mat. Hold here for one more breath. Lower your toes. Inhale, reach up tall. Exhale, lower your hands to your sides. Tadasana, mountain pose. Stand tall, stand well, take some breaths. Alright, on your inhale, let's reach up overhead. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold, step your left foot back. Alright, lowering down onto your back knee, or keep the left knee lifted, so a little bit more challenging for your balance. Left hand stays down and right arm reaches up. Coming into a twist. Right, as you exhale, lower that hand back. You're going to straighten into the right leg, and then maybe lift the heel of the left leg and the toes of the right leg as you forward fold. Keep your hands on the mat for a balance. So I'm balancing on the toes of the back foot, heel of the front foot, pressing back through my right hip. Nice, and then I'm going to come back. Alright, look forward, step to the top of your mat. Hands to your shins, inhale here. Exhale, fold. Inhale, Utkatasana. Back to awkward chair pose. Nice, lift all the way up. Exhale, your hands down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half fold. Exhale, fold, step the right foot to the back of the mat. Alright, back knee lifted or down on the mat. Hug your left hip a little back. Alright, we'll take a twist here, so right hand down. Left arm lifts. Hugging back through your left hip. Strong back leg. Exhale, lower. You can step your back foot in just a little bit. We're going to press our hips back. Come to the heel of the left foot. Lift the heel of the right foot. Find a little balance. Supported by our hands on the mat. Awesome. Come back to the lunge. This time, instead of stepping forward, we're going to step it back to a high plank. Option to hold high plank. You could bring your knees down any mat, or we'll move through a vinyasa. So press a little forward, bend into your elbows, bring your knees down if you have any injury, all the way to cobra. Inhale. Tuck your toes. Press into your hands. Lift up. Lift back. Downward facing dog. Awesome, take some breaths. Alright, on your inhale, lift your left leg high. Exhale, left knee to left elbow, hold here. Inhale, press it back. Exhale, left knee to right elbow. Press it back. Awesome, then we're going to step the foot through to come to a lunge. And we'll move into a deeper twist here, a prayer twist. So you have the option to bring the back knee down. Walk your hands to the top of your thigh. Inhale, lift tall through the right side. Bring your elbow to your knee, palms together. So if you came into it with your knee down, maybe once you find the pose, you'll lift your back knee. Nice. Make sure that you're using the breath. Hold here for a couple more moments. And then gently look down. Release your hands. Step your foot back. Option to move through your vinyasa. If you're not taking the vinyasa, it's strengthening just to hold here in a high plank. Left foot stays on the mat, right leg lifts. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Inhale, left, press back. Exhale through left elbow. Inhale, press back. This time we're stepping through, coming into our prayer twist. Knee down, knee lifted, hands at the top of your thighs, left arm lifts, and then we'll twist to the right. Beautiful. On your exhale, gaze looks down, release your hands. This time, instead of stepping it back, we're going to step to the top of the mat. Inhale halfway. Exhale forward. Bend into your knees. Inhale, reach back up to Utkatasana. Bring your hands to your heart. Keep your thumbs at your heart center. Squeeze your knees together as you exhale. Just take a twist to the left. Come back through center. Exhale, twist right. Come back to center. Exhale, forward fold. Take a couple of breaths in. Alright, take your right hand just in front of you. Bring your left hand to your hip. Bend into your right knee. Press back through your left hip. And then reach the left arm up. So you're feeling a stretch, a lot of lengthening through the left side, the outer left hip. Awesome. We're going to change that outcome to the other side. So left hand out, right hand to your right hip. Come halfway up, elbow up to the right. Exhale, fold. Bring your hands to your shins and inhale halfway. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale your hands to your heart. Come back to mountain pose. Stand tall. Take some breaths. Awesome. Keep your hands together at your heart center. Press into your right foot and lift your left hip. Finding balance, we're going to lift the left knee. And take it back. We're going to step this left foot back to warrior one. So see if you can move nice and slowly. Leaning forward as you press back through your left heel. And then bend into your right knee, step it all the way back. So that back heel comes all the way down to the mat. And then we're going to inhale, reach up. Awesome, warrior one. So my hips, shoulders squaring to the long side of the mat. Inhale, lift tall. As you exhale, you're going to bend into your elbows, lower your back knee down. Inhale, press it back up. 2 more times. Inhale, reach back up. Lean your arms forward and then pick up your back heel to come into a crescent lunge. Nice, we'll come into balance. So reach your arms back behind you. Slide your back toes in. And then any amount. Warrior three. Nice, to come out of it, we're going to come up. The way we started, bring that leg back in front of us and set it down. All right, take some breaths here. Okay. And then let's do the other side. So press down, inhale your right heel, then the right leg. And then we're stepping it back, warrior one. So we want to go as slow as we can. All right, and then we're going to step it all the way back. Your foot doesn't always land right where it should, so a little bit of wiggling around. Excellent, inhale here. Reach up tall. On the exhale, we're going to bend into our elbows, bend into the back leg, and inhale back up. 2 more times. Beautiful. Inhale here. Reach your arms out in front of you. Lift the back heel. And then looking the way you're going, you're going to start to slide your back foot in. Reach your arms back behind you. Warrior three. All right, to release. Draw your back foot through. Exhale, lower your foot down. Nice, take a big stretch, reach up overhead. Exhale, down, forward fold. We have a few options here. You could reach for your first two fingers and thumbs and wrap them around your toes. Or Hasta-Pada Uttanasana. You're going to slide both hands under your feet. So your toes are up kind of at the wrist creases. Knees can be bent. Shift your weight forward into your toes so you can press your toes down into your hands. It's almost like you're giving your wrists, the heel of your hands, a little massage with your toes. Take some rest. Alright. Release your toes. Walk your feet a little wider. Let's come down and rest in Malasana. Okay, there we go. So this is a nice hip opener. We could stay right here. If you like the arm balance, crow pose. That's where you're gonna draw your knees in, backs of your arms. So the whole of your hand needs to be on the mat. You want to shift your weight forward so your weight comes a little bit more into your fingertips. Bring your knees into the backs of your arms. Hug one heel up towards your butt, and then repeat the other. Don't forget to breathe there. And then when you're ready to come down, a little soft descent back to Malasana. Take another breath. Awesome. And then bring yourself back up to standing. All right, we'll come back to the top of the mat. Hands by your side. So we'll do a little balancing flow. Always optional. So let's bend into our knees, back to Uttanasana. Bring your hands together at your heart center. So we're going to twist to the left. This time we're going to take the right elbow to the outside of the leg. You could stay right there. Maybe bring your arms wide. Otherwise, a little more challenging is turn your gaze, look down. Press down into your left leg, lift your right heel. Then you're going to slowly lift the right foot, see if you can bring your heel right in towards your bump. And then maybe step it back. All right, it's a little wobbly. If you stepped it back, you're going to look down and then we're going to step it forward. So bringing your weight into your standing leg, step it all the way back. Awesome. Take forward. Okay. Let's do the other side. So come back to your Uttanasana. Sorry. Bring your hands to your heart. And then we're twisting now to the other side. Okay, holding here, perhaps flying the arms. Hands to your heart. Also look down. Stand firm on the right leg, lift the left heel. Maybe stay here. Or you you're going to bring your heel as high as you can and then step it back. Practice. Okay, hold out here for a couple of breaths. And then we're going to step it forward again. So looking down, step back to the top of your mat, forward fold. Take some breaths. Alrighty, bring your hands to your shins. Inhale halfway up. Exhale, soften and fold. Inhale all the way up, reach and stretch. Exhale, lower your hands to your heart. And come back to mountain pose. Close your eyes. Let's do one more standing balance here. So somewhere on your right foot, bring your left knee out to the side. So tree pose could be right here. Or you're going to pick your left foot up, either just below your knee or pressing into your inner thigh. Right, stand tall. Hands can stay at your heart. Or maybe reach your arms up overhead. Long, full breaths. Beautiful. Bring your hands back to your heart center. Turn your knee to face forward. And then maybe extend through the left leg. Nice. Bend it back. And lower it down. Alright. One more side. So stand firm on your left leg. Finding your version of tree pose, very welcome to come here. Especially if balance isn't really feeling good 100% today. Alrighty. Holding here. Maybe lifting arms. And as you're ready, hands come back to your heart. Bring your knee to face forward. Hug your low ribs in so you don't want to flare your ribs out as you extend through that leg. And then bend back into your knee. Beautiful. Set your feet back down. Close your eyes. And take some breaths. Let's step our feet nice and wide. Bring your hands either to your hips or take your hands behind your back for Yoga Mudra. We're going to bring it all the way down to a forward fold. Hang out here for about 5 breaths. And then if you have your hands clasped behind you, bend into your elbows, bring your hands down to the mat. Take some breaths. Walk your hands over to the right. Turn your right toes out, bend into your right knee. Okay, so we'll come down to a deeper lunge, get a little deeper into our hips. You could turn your left toes up. Maybe bring one hand to your heart. So shoulders are right over your hips. Maybe both hands come to your heart center. Bring a little balance. And then lower down. We're going to walk all the way over to the left and do the same here. So if you keep your toes down, it helps along with balance. Turning your toes up is going to create a little bit more challenge. So maybe even just one finger down. Maybe both hands come to your heart. Alright, and then as you're ready, bring your hands down. Walk yourself back. Coming into a deeper forward fold, take your first 2 fingers and thumbs to your big toes. And then as you exhale, crown of your head comes down towards the earth. Take some breaths. Awesome. Walk Walk your hands back right underneath you. Okay, heel toe your feet back in until your heels are right underneath you. Bend into your knees, bring your hands to your hips. Come all the way back up to standing. Okay, go back to Tadasana. Close your eyes. If you're not facing the long side of your mat, you're going to bring yourself back. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Bring your hands down, press your feet back. Option to take your vinyasa. Plank. Cobra. Down dog. Let's come into pigeon pose. So as you're ready, you're going to inhale the right leg up behind you. Exhale, draw the right knee through. Soften yourself all the way down. And take some breaths. Deep breathing, drawing your shoulders away from your ears. Take a couple more breaths. And then come halfway up. So, come up onto your hands. See if you can wiggle your right foot a little bit more to the center of your mat. So we'll take a twist. A gentler twist is going to be bring your right forearm down onto the mat. Bring your left hand to your hip and just open up to the left. If you want to go deeper, see if you can bring your right elbow into the arch of your right foot and come to a prayer pose. It's a little bit of a deeper twist. A bit deeper into the hips. Okay, and then you're going to release. We're going to bring ourselves gently back. Free up the right hip. Let's step the foot down. Downward facing dog. All right, let's come into the left side. So lift your left leg high. All right, then draw your left knee through. All the way to pigeon pose. Once you're ready, soften yourself down. Take some breaths. Last few breaths in pigeon on this side. And then starting to make your way back up, wiggle your left foot towards the center of your mat. Come back down. So we could bring the left forearm down, right hand to the hip. Or come into the deeper twist. You might want to wiggle your foot a little closer. Left elbow into the arch of the foot. And then come into very good. Hands down. Slowly unwind yourself back to your Adho Mukha, Svanasana, downward facing dog. Take some breaths. Come down to child's pose anytime, or let's take a down dog twist here. We're going to walk our feet a little wider and a little closer in. Take the left hand to the right ankle. Look up under your right shoulder. Press down through your right hand. Okay, let's take that the other way. The right hand reaches for the left ankle. Looking up under the left armpit. Take some breaths. Hands come back down. Take another breath here in your down dog. Lower your knees. And then come all the way down to rest in your child's pose. Beautiful. Okay, let's bring ourselves up. Just sitting on your heels, and then we'll stretch for the front of the quads, front of the thighs. Stay here. If you'd like to go a little deeper, you're going to come onto your knees, bring your feet wider, sit your hips down, so now you're sitting between your heels. So the tops of your feet are on the mat, knees are close together. Make sure this doesn't hurt your knees because it's a pretty deep knee bend. Make sure it feels fine for your feet. You can walk a little forward. This might be a good enough stretch here. You can always sit yourself up on the block too. But if you'd like to go deeper, walk your hands back behind you. Lift your hips, tuck your tailbones. Bring yourself back, maybe come down onto your elbows. So you don't want your knees to lift. Knees stay down, maybe hold out here, or perhaps you'll come all the way down, rest onto your back. Always make sure there's no pain anywhere. If you're comfortable here, perhaps reach your arms up overhead. Stretching out the whole front body. Awesome, take a breath. To come out, bring your hands down. Press into your elbows, lift yourself up a little ways, and then you don't want to kind of twist and tweak your way out. Feel as if you're lifting from your heart all the way back up. Come down onto hands and knees. Awesome, let's pick up both feet and just circle them out. Great. Okay, back to hands and knees, toes are tucked. Right leg presses back, left arm reaches through. Staying here in this lengthening balance pose, or reach back, find your foot. Press your foot into your hands and come into your crossbow. Hold here for a couple of breaths. And then we're going to release and extend. Lower the knee, lower the hand. We'll come straight to the other side. So staying here, or reach back. Take some breaths. Let's release and extend. Nice, and then lower down. Sit back on our heels. We'll do one more back bend here, camel pose. You might like to roll your mat over to give your knees a little bit more cushioning. And if you have a yoga block or even a couple of yoga blocks, they might come in handy too. You're going to come up to your high kneeling and tuck your toes up. So one way you can use your block is to bring it between your thighs and squeeze the block. Because you want to lift keeping your groin soft. So press your tailbone slightly back. Bring your hands to your hips. And then take your hands as if you have back pockets. Like you're going to slide your hands into your back pockets. And then keeping that kind of softening here, you're going to roll your shoulders up and back. Lift your gaze. Feel like someone's lifting you from your heart. Great. Breath hands together. Sit back on your heels, take a breath. We'll do one more. You have the option to come back there. This is where, if you have two blocks, they might come in handy. All right, you're going to inhale here, lift it all the way back up. Nice. And then maybe reach one arm up. You can reach it back behind you, maybe find your heels or the block. And then we'll do the other arm. Reach it up, find your foot, lift up through your heart, and take a breath. So don't throw your head back. Keep your head in nice alignment to come out and stop. Lift back up. Come all the way down and rest in child. Coming back up, we're going to sit off to one side, lower ourselves down onto our back. Come onto your back with bent knees, arms by your side. So we've done quite a bit of back bending. We're going to inhale, lift up to a bridge pose and hold here for 5 breaths. Come out, release your hands if they clasp, lift your heels, and then slowly roll yourself back down, all the way to rest. Option here is to come back to another bridge pose. If you have a block, a supported bridge feels really nice. If it's okay for your shoulders, and at the moment it's not okay for mine, you could come into a full wheeled back bend. To come into that, you want to slide your fingers towards your shoulders. Press down through your feet, slide the back of your head in. And then it's the power of your thighs and the power of your legs that's going to lift you. And if you lift to a full wheel back bend, you'll hold it for about 5 breaths. Then you'll gently bring yourself back down. If you're on a block or in regular bridge, we'll lower ourselves down. Hold in neutral for a few breaths. And then draw your knees in towards you. Rock a little bit from side to side. Bring your knees off to the right for a twist. Right. Just releasing out when we did all that back bend. Inhale back to center, over to the left. One more breath here. Come back through center. Curl yourself up into a little ball. Squeeze everything in tight. Scrunch up your face. Squeeze your teeth. Hug everything in. And then as you exhale, release everything out. To come down to the final pose, Shavasana. Take a deeper breath in, let it go. Another deep breath in, let it go. Move a little, roll from side to side. Eventually make your way over to one side and then back up to seated. Once you come to seated, get comfortable, bring your palms together. Bow your head to your heart. Just a little moment to check back in. And gently lift your heart, open your eyes. Thank you for joining me today. See you next time. Namaste.